Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. There is still a couple Champions League games for Wednesday slate. There's 4 games. There is no championship games, so I couldn't find a lot of money line plays, or at least not as much as I usually would. But you guys know I'm never gonna force any picks. I'm only gonna post what I like, the best of the best. But as always, if I do have any added plays, I do put them in the pinned comment in this video. Could be later tonight, could be tomorrow whenever lineups are out. I'm not sure. It just depends. Whenever I look at the lines, if I see anything I like. As always, I'll just get straight into the player props. And the first one that I found that I like is Robert Lewandowski to go under 3.5 shots playing away from home for Barcelona, going up against Benfica. They did play in that group stage game that ended 5-4, and he went over with 4. But he only went over because 2 of his shots came from penalties. He doesn't shoot as much whenever he plays away from home compared to home. He's averaged 2.8 in the Champions League, both home and away, so that hasn't changed. But first of all, he still averages under this mark. And 2, when you look at his league games in La Liga, he goes from averaging 4.4 shots at home down to 2.6 away. Again, he's a player that doesn't shoot as much when he plays away from home compared to home. And he's also a player that shoots when he has a good chance. He's not a wild shooter that will just shoot just to shoot if he gets just a little bit of space. He only shoots whenever he has a lot of space or he thinks he has a good opportunity, because he's a striker that will pass the ball. And honestly, just from a gut instinct, I see him honestly getting subbed out for Ferran Torres. I just my gut feeling. He does tend to get subbed out sometimes, so it just depends. But he's also a poacher. I like the fact that we don't really have to worry about long shots, because if you look at, for example, his league games, he's taking 72 from inside the box and 15 from outside. So again, I'm really not worried about him taking long shots unless he has like so much space, but he's not that type of player to shoot those as well. He's a poacher, and he's not fast. He's much older. He is more of a clinical poacher striker. He stays in the box, and whenever they don't have the ball and they get it back and they go on the counter attack, he's the one either laying off the ball for a teammate or passing it on a through ball for counter attacks. He's not gonna go over there and run on the counter attacks. That's a Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Dani Olmo play. He's not quick at all. The only times he's gonna get his shots is 1, if it's a penalty, or 2, he has a clear opportunity in the box. But playing away from home, he doesn't get that many opportunities as he does at home. And I think it's too high of a line, especially away. So I just like this line. I like Robert Lewandowski to go under 3.5 shots. And then the second play that I found that I like, it's a goblin on PrizePicks, and that's Mohamed Salah to go higher than 1.5 shots playing away from home for Liverpool, going up against PSG. He's having a Ballon d'Or worthy season for a reason. He is still averaging 3.66 shots per 90 in the league and 3.89 in the Champions League. And he's had 2+ shots in 19 straight. And out of 35 games, he's gotten over in 34 out of 35 in the league and Champions League. That's a 97% hit rate. He only missed 1 time, and that was against Real Madrid. And it's just a great line to take regardless. I just like the line. He's Liverpool's best player. He plays full minutes. Maybe he won't play the last 5 minutes, but that's pretty much the full minutes when he plays in these big games. And he has a full week's rest compared to PSG, who only have 4 games of rest. So Liverpool in general and Salah have fresh legs compared to PSG, who just had a tough game against Lille. And no matter how good PSG's defense is, they can't stop him. He will get the opportunities. He cuts in, shoots, doesn't need a lot of space. He will take long shots as well. And I also like this play because PSG, while they do hold possession of the ball, when they don't have the ball, they're not an aggressive team. They're not a team that maybe they'll pressure, but they're not going to follow team. They do not play aggressively, which means that when he does have the ball, he's going to have good opportunities to shoot. And there's no reason to over-explain it. It's just a good line regardless. Again, 97% hit rate. He's only missed 1 time in the league and Champions League, and I don't expect this game to be a second one. It's a big game. He will be there. He's also the penalty kick taker, so if they get a penalty, he will be the one taking it. So I like this line. I like Mohamed Salah to go higher than 1.5 shots. Quickly before I get into the money line, as always, if you guys please could like the video, comment, all of that. It helps boost the video. Great way to support the channel. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you want to support the channel just a little more and get the videos out even earlier than what you usually would, I do have the membership link in the description for those I want to join. Again, it's completely optional. I don't hide any pics. It's just for those I want to support the channel and get the videos out earlier before they go out public. So again, if you want to join that, you're more than welcome to in the description. Same with my links to everything else, whether it's Outlier, my player prop apps, my moneyline apps, all linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. But when it came to the money lines, again, I only really found one play that I like, and obviously that's for day 6 at the ladder challenge. We hit day 5, we're on to day 6, and the play that I found that I like is in the Champions League, and that's under 3.5 total goals in the Feyenoord and Inter Milan game. You can currently get this on Fliff for minus 265. I just don't see it being a high-scoring game in general. I see this being a pretty slow game. Inter are a team, when they play a big game like this, that if they go up, they try to keep the lead and not go for more. And then Feyenoord in general, I don't see them scoring more than 1 goal. This prop is hit in the last 9 out of 10 games for Inter Milan. That's a 90% hit rate. And the only game in which this game went over was when they won 4-0. They scored 4, but that was against Lecce, a bad defense. And Feyenoord, that's not a bad defense. And they're not a team that can be taken lightly because they beat teams like Milan. Obviously, they knocked them out. They beat Bayern. They tied against City. And other than the Milan games, obviously in like the Bayern games and the Man City games, they still had Jimenez in those games. But since his departure, they have played 8 games without him. And this prop has hit in all 8 games without him. They're 100% hit rate because their attack is not as great as it used to be. So again, both teams will just try to see out a result in general. If Feyenoord's winning by 1, they'll just try to defend. They're not going to go for 2. If Inter Milan go up, they're not going to try to score another one. They're going to just keep trying to defend. And again, I see this being a slow game in general. I don't even know if there'll be 2 or even 3 goals in general in this game. And I think by taking under 3.5, good hit rate across both teams. It's not like these teams are high scoring teams in general, especially in these big games. So I like this play. For day 6 of the ladder challenge, I like under 3.5 goals for minus 265 for the Feyenoord Inter Milan game. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. It was pretty much exactly like the last video. We did great when it came to the money lines and not as great when it came to the player props. Money line wise, obviously we hit day 5. Now it's PSV to score against Arsenal. They got destroyed 7-1, but that 1 is all that matters. We just needed them to score. And honestly, we did get lucky. PSV got a penalty and they scored it, so that's all we needed. We hit on our end, so regardless, a win is a win. And then we had the Burnley money line against Cardiff. They only conceded 1, and I did say even if they concede 1, they can score 2 because they scored 5 in the first game, and they came through for us. They won 2-1 in that game, so I believe that's 3 videos back to back that we've swept the money line. So we're on the great money line run. And then player prop wise, in this last video, I believe it was a 1 and 2 day. I had 1 added play, and that was DePaul to not take a shot. And he took a shot, but even then, it was kind of iffy whether he took a shot or whether he tried to pass it back. But they counted it as a shot, which was unfortunate for us. But we did have Tozoli's to get at least 2 shots assisted. He hit pretty easily. He ended with 4, and then Watkins, the one time that we took him to not pass the ball, he just passed the ball pretty much as he wanted and had like 17, 18 at halftime. So that was unfortunate. The reads were there, so I'm not disappointed in the picks that I gave. But obviously, I'm disappointed in the fact that they didn't miss or that they didn't hit. But all we can do is bounce back from that. We still did great on the money line, so hopefully we can carry on that momentum on both sides. And like I mentioned, if I do have any added plays, it will be in the pinned comment either later tonight or tomorrow. It just depends. I'd rather see the lineups before I post. And when it came to the ones on the videos, put players that I know for sure are going to start. And then for those that don't know, I have my free Discord linked in the description. Yes, it's free. It's not a premium. Like I mentioned in the membership, when it came to YouTube, I don't hide any picks. I don't really believe in that. I just like to be fully transparent. The Discord is just for those that want to look at their own plays, put them in the Discord, get people's input. Same thing, see other people's plays, talk during the games, talk about other sports, not just soccer. Just a great community I'm trying to build over there. So again, completely free, not a premium. Link in the description. You're more than welcome to join. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.